Blaes and Gottsch. I'm Teresa Blaes, and today I am riding solo. Why, you may ask? Because the other half of my wonderful friendly duo sounds kinda like a frog. And I guess, frog and podcasting don't mix too well. So, you got me. Here's what's up. We've got a few games to recap. The Broncos took an early exit out of the wildcard game because they pretty much lost 31-7. They got one touchdown. Bo Nix threw pretty well, but then after that touchdown, he couldn't get his offense going worth a dime. They could not get the running game going. The Bills' defense, because they were playing the Bills, was on point. And that was a thing going forward, as we'll talk about in a little bit. Yeah, the Broncos are out. The Chiefs, however, well, they pretty much took a backseat. They let all the wild cards fight it out because they didn't have to do anything. They ended up in the divisional round beating up on the Houston Texans. They were just killing it. The only thing, Mahomes was just being Mahomes. Excuse me, you let Travis Kelce get wide open and get a touchdown? No wonder you lost. You should know when it comes to playoff time, Kelce's gonna be Kelce. That's what he does. I watched a few other games in the divisional round. Baltimore, it came down to a last-second throw for a touchdown, which was dropped. So Baltimore took an early exit. Shocker of that round, by the way, was the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. Going into that game, I thought the Lions were going to turn the Commanders into some kitty food. No. More like they got handed to. I mean, they just could not get their running game going. Their defense looked more like kittens than lions. So, sorry to say, but they're done. All that work, that incredible season, and you're done. So, speaking of the Bills, who beat up on Denver, now it's going to be Buffalo and KC for the AFC Championship. And it's going to be, it'll be Washington versus the Eagles. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Washington to win that game. I think it's going to be Washington that goes to the Super Bowl. So then the question becomes, what about KC and the Bills? God, you're asking me to flip a coin because both of the teams are good. Regarding KC, I think if Mahomes can do what he does, which is find ways to win, will his team to victory, and Kelce can continue to get out in the open if the Bills let up on their defense, but I don't see that happening. I think KC can win. They have beaten the Bills before. I think KC can do it. But I think it's going to be a shootout, and I think it's going to be a very close game. As far as the Eagles and Commanders game, I'm going to pick the Commanders. I kind of think they're the underdog going in. I mean, they shocked the Lions. I honestly didn't see that coming. So, I'm going to say it's going to be KC versus the Commanders in the Super Bowl. Kill me if I'm wrong. But that's what I'm going to say it is. I'll tell you what. Why do I love the game of football? Because you never know. Any given Sunday played out. Any given Sunday. You never know what team is going to win. You just don't know. So we make our predictions and we do our thing, but we really don't know. So I'm going to keep this short, and I'm just going to let you guys go, but I'm really excited to watch the championships. I'm really excited to see who's going to win and who's going to make it to the big one. What do you guys think? I want to know. Who do you think is going to make the Super Bowl? We got 4 teams left playing in the game. Who do you think is going to be the top 2? Oh, yes. And before I let you guys go, I've been talking about this in the past couple of programs. Would you please do me a favor and go to blaesandgottsch.com/survey? We really want to hear from you so we can improve the show. We have a lot of things we want to do next season, but I want to hear from you about what you think we can improve. That is blaesandgottsch.com/survey. I'm Teresa Blaes. This has been the Blaes and Gottsch Podcast, where we're talking all things God, faith, and football. And we're out.